नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं वाचं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् जितं ते पुण्डरीकाक्ष नमस्ते विश्वभावना नमस्तेस्तु हृषीकेश महापुरुष पूर्वज सदक्षरं ब्रह्म यईश्वरः पुमान् गुणोर्मि सृष्टिस्थितिकालसल्लयः प्रधानबुद्ध्यादिजगत्प्रपञ्चसूः सनोऽस्तु विष्णुर्मतिभूतिमुक्तिदः आभूतसम्प्लवं स्थानम् अमृतत्वं विभाव्यते त्रैलोक्यस्थितिकालोऽयम् अपुनर्मार उच्यते ब्रह्महत्या अश्वमेधाभ्यां पापपुण्यकृतो विधिः आभूतसम्प्लवान्तं तु फलमुक्तं तयोर्द्विज यावन्मात्रे प्रदेशे तु मैत्रेय अवस्थितो ध्रुवः क्षयमायाति तावत्तु भूमेराभूतसम्प्लवात्. So we are in the 8th Adhyaya where Suryasya Gatihi, Suryasya Sthanam, Grahanam Sthanam, that Sarvam tu Varnitam Purvam, Abhuta Samplavam. So we talked about all the Vithis that are there, the constellations or the margas, the paths that people take. So Devayanam, Pitriyanam, Ityadikam tu Drishtam Asmabihi. Tatra Abhuta Samplavam. Until the entire Pralaya happens, there is a sthanam wherein the people who have completed the Yaga Yajnas will go there. Okay. So Phalam in general, for the most, for the worst and the best actions, your Papam and Punyam that you accrue, one is Brahmahatya, which is the worst of the actions. So the papam that comes from Brahmahatya. The next is Ashwamedha Yaga, which is the best of the actions. So you acquire punya from it. These will keep you, these will stay with you until the end of Pralayam. Abhuta Samplavantam Phalam Uktam Tayoho. For both those extremes you have. The others will come within the range of, it will be in between these two, and like a swing, you don't know until what is the limit for each one of those. So it depends. So yavan matre pradeshe tu maitreya avasthitaha dhruvaha kshayamayati tavattu bhumehe abhuta samplavaha. So bhuta samplava, what is this bhuta samplavam? It happens only for until dhruva. So dhruvasya sthanam tu tatra sthiram vartate iti karana dhruva paryantameva tatra bhuta samplavaha bhavati pralayaha bhavati. Dhruvasya tu tatra nasti yataha tasya sthanam tu dhruvam. So Urdhva, we have to start from 93. Urdhottaram rishibhyastu dhruvo yatra vyavasthitaha etad Višnupadam divyam tridiyam vyomni bhasuram. This is the third Vishnupada, that is Bhumi. You have one is below the Patalam wherein Sankarshana is, and then Bhumi is there, then Vishnupadam, or the third position, Bhurbhuva Swaha iti. Tatra Vishnoho Padam Vartate etad Višnupadam divyam tridiyam vyomni bhasuram. This is the third Vishnupadam, Vishnoho sthanam that we talk about, which is there in the Akasha. It is Urdhva Uttaram Rishibhya Saptarishi Mandalatu Urdhvam Vartate. So Sapta Rishayaha Vartante Rishibhyaha Urdhvam. Top of, further away from the Rishis, towards the north, Uttaram. Towards the north, Dhruvaha Yatra Vyavasthitaha. Wherever Dhruva is present, that place is called one of the Vishnupadam. It is a Divya Sthanam, which is the third Vishnupadam that we talk about. Vaikuntham is one. Tatha atra vartate. Okay. Nirdhuta dosha pankanam yatinam samyatatmanam sthanam tat paramam vipra punya papa parikshaye. Punya papa parikshaye sati. When punyam and papam is gone, nirdhuta dosha pankanam. So the doshas with respect to the creation of the world are completely nirdhuta, removed, nashtaha. So dosha nama pankaha nashtaha yesham. So for those who do not have any of these mala, we call three malas are there, right? Anava malam, Maya malam, karma malam. So Trividha mala rahitaha te yatayaha yatinam samgyata atmanam. One who has the control of sense organs, control of the mind, atma atratu manaha iti. So manaha samyatam tesham. So for those people whose mind is completely under control, and those yati, yogis, who have completely destroyed the doshas with respect to janma, etc., when their entire credit balance of papam and punyam is completely gone, then this Vishnu Padam, this sthanam is the ultimate sthanam for them. He Vipra Maitreya. Tadeva Paramam Sthanam Yatinam. For the Yatis, this is the Paramam Sthanam. This is the ultimate position where they can go and stay. Sayujyam, Samipyam, Ityadikam. Apunya Punya Uparame Kshena Ashesha Apti Hetavaha Yetra Gatva Nashochanti Tadvishnov Paramam Padam. Kshena Ashesha Arti Hetavahan Ruk. Take it as Apti Hetavaha. Arti Hetavaha is also okay, but Sridhar Swami also describes it as Apti and Prapti. So, makes more sense. Apunya Punya Uparame. Apunya Papam. Papa punyayoho uparame sati. When the papa, the balance of papa and punya completely stops, uparama, when both do not function at all for a jivan mukta. Kshina ashesha apti hetavaha. Apti is prapti. They do not have any cause to attain something. So ashesha prapti hetuhu kshinaha. So the cause for attaining anything. So why do you take on a janma? It is because you have a desire to fulfill certain things. So you take a janma. So that sort of a fulfillment or a desire for fulfillment is absent in these people. So kshina ashesha apti hetavaha yatra gachanti te manushyaha atava te yatayaha. Those yogis who do not have any desire to attain anything, wherever they go, yatra gatva na shochanti, and they do not suffer, tad Vishnov paramam padam. That sthanam is called Vishnu's paramam padam, Vishnu's ultimate sthanam or vaikuntam. Dharma druvadyaha tishtanti yatrate lokasakshinaha tat sarshthyotpanna yogardhihi tad Vishnov paramam padam. Dharma druvadyaha lokasakshinaha yatra tishtanti. Te lokasakshinaha. Those sakshi, witnesses for this entire world. So dhruva, dharma are and other people who are called Nitya Suris. According to Vaishnava Sampradaya, these Nitya Suryas are present and they are the witness for the entire world. In the sense, the lokastu tatra yugat yugam chalan vartate khalo. Tari tasya lokasya sakshitaya ye vartante dharma duruva adaya Nitya Suryah. Dharma here is not our Dharmaputra or Yama or anybody. Dharma is the personification of Dharma as, you know, duty, or you say there is no proper definite translation for Dharma. So Dharma is the tradition that we follow, or anything, any niyama that we follow, right? So Dharmartha Kama Moksheshu Prathama Purusharthaha Yaha Vartate Dharmaha Tasya Saha Dharmaha Eva. Atra, it is like a personification of Dharma that is present, and that is a Nitya Suri in Vaikuntham. Dharma. Next is Dhruva. Dhruva also gets such a position. He is also a Nitya Suri. So Dharma Druvadyaha Loka Sakshinaha te, they are the witness for the transformation of the world from one kalpa to another kalpa. They are ever present. Nitya Suri. So they, wherever they are standing, yatra te tishtanti, tad Vishnov paramam padam. That is Vishnu's paramam padam. It is also a place where yoga vriddhihi vartate. That position where Parameshwara, that is Vishnu, is present, that paramam padam is also a place, and that and that's Sarshti. Sarshti nale sa rishti. Rishti ityukte Aishwaryam ityarthaha. So Samana Aishwaryam. We say Sayujyam, Samipyam, Salokam, Sarupyam, Sarshti. These are the 5 things that we get as the final goal according to Vishishtadvaita. This is there for Shaiva Siddhanta also. In Advaitam, none of these things happen. For us, it is just Aham Brahmasmi. All of these are Maya. It's a much simpler method here. Whereas in Vishishtadvaita or Shaiva Siddhanta or any Saguna Brahma Upasana, these are the 5 goals that we attain. Samipyam is going near and staying with Bhagavan because he is an Ishta Devata there. Sayujyam, Irandara Kalappadu. Without any two, you become one with Bhagavan. So Sayujyam, Samipyam, first Samipyam, Salokam, Samipyam, Sarupyam, adukapra Sayujyam. So there is a gradation to all of these 5. So first is Salokam, you are in the same world. Sarshti, you have the same ruling power as Bhagavan. The same Aishwaryam that you have, you also get the same Aishwaryam and the Vibhuti that Bhagavan has. So first is Saloka, you are in the same Lokam. Then you have Sarshti, you have the same Aishwarya, capabilities, Shakti that Bhagavan has. Then you have Samipyam, you are able to go and stand near him. Sayujyam, you are completely one with him. Yeah, and Sarupyam. Sarupyam is you have the same form, then you get Sayujyam. Sayujyam is the final one. Sarupyam is like how Jaya and Vijaya had the same form as Bhagavan. They were the gatekeepers of Vaikuntham. They had Sarupyam with him. Sayujyam is complete becoming one with the God. There are no two entities there at all. So this is the gradation. In that, tat sarshti utpanna, tat itukte tasya Vishnoho sarshti samana aishwarya karanat. So sarshtya utpannaha yoga riddhihi. So those who have this yoga riddhi is the same as vriddhi. It is also samadhi. Yoga samadhina diptaha te. Sarti utpanna yoge angaha tad Vishnu paramam padam la illa riddhi irkanam tena iddhaha navana eduthikalam. So yoge iddhaha tad Vishnu paramam padam is another reading which fits better. So you can say tat sarshti utpanna yoga iddhaha dharmadhruvadhyaha yatra tishtanti tateva Vishnu paramam padam. Clear arka? So Dhruva, Dharma, etc. They are at one place where their yogena samadhina iddhaha vartante. Iddhana, they are being inspired. Preritaha vartante. They are inspired by the yoga which has come about, utpanna, which has come from tat samana aishwaryat. Vishnuna samana aishwarya prapti karanat. Tesham yoga samadhihi tu tatra Preranataya vartate. So they are there continuously meditating upon Bhagavan. Okay. So yatra otam etat protancha yad bhutam sacharacharam bhavyancha vishwam maitreya tad Vishnu paramam padam. So he said this is the third position, this is the second one, this is the 5th one. What is Vishnu's final sthanam or ultimate sthanam can be looked upon in different ways. The perspective is different here. One is physically, it is a position where Dhruva, Dharma and other Loka Sakshi Bhutaha yatra vartante tadapi Vishnoho eva paramam padam vartate. Purvantu kim drishtam yatra ete yatayaha gachanti. So Devayanena, those who are all these yatis are all standing in a place where where there is no papam or punyam, that place where they go to and do not get any dukkam, that is also Vishnu of paramam padam. Dhruvasya sthanam api Vishnu of paramam padam eva. The next one is Vishwam. This entire world is Vishnu of paramam padam. You don't need to think of another place going from here to another place. Tatha nasti. Yatra otam etat protancha yad bhutam sacharacharam bhavyam Vishwam. Yatra yasmin Vishnu. In Vishnu, you have all of these bhutas along with the chara and achara. Sa characharam bhutam sarvam bhavyam cha, that which is going to be created also. All of this Vishwam, this entire Brahmandam is present in Vishnu. Wherever it is present. Where is it present? Adhara bhutataya tatra Vishnu eva vartate. Yatra otam protam vartate. Otam protam na cross threads. Ood pavum Tamil. And when we were puts one set of threads in this manner and the other set goes in a perpendicular manner. So it is a crisscross method in which the entire cloth is made. So is the cloth different from the threads? The threads are the same as the cloth. The cloth is the same as the threads. In the same manner, all of these characharas, along with the bhutas and the entire world, is completely present as, interwoven cloth. These are all the threads that are interwoven, and the entire cloth is Bhagavan. So, yatra etat sarvam otam protam bhavati. But we try to weave a cloth, but it is nothing but threads. There is nothing other than thread in that cloth. Even all of these, if we try to separate it, sit and slowly remove all the thread இந்த புடவைக்கு பின்னாடி தலப்பு நம்ம முடிச்சு போடுவோம் தெரியுமோ இல்லையோ, அப்ப தெரியும். அப்போ ஒரு thread you remove all of those threads, then you know that the saree is nothing but one thread coming this way and one thread coming vertically. அதுதான் ஓதம் and protam. So that is how Vishnu is. So yatra otam etat protanja yad bhutam sa characharam bhavyam ja vishwam maitreya tad Vishnu paramam padam. That is also Vishnu's sthanam, because he is the adhara bhutam for this entire world. Divi iva chakshuhu atatam yoginam tanmayatmanam viveka jnana drishtam cha tad Vishnu paramam padam. Yoga cha pratyakshena yoginaha yam pashyanti yat pashyanti tadapi Vishnoho paramam padam eva. It's all the same. So divi atatam chakshuhu iva. Divi, in the akasha, you find the sun spreading everywhere. The sun's rays are spreading everywhere, and the eye is able to see that Surya as present everywhere in the akasha. Atatam asamantat vyaptam suryam chakshuhu divi pashyati. Just as this flesh eye, the eye which is made of flesh and mamsa, right? This is a bhautika indriyam. This bhautika indriyam is able to perceive the Surya as being spread everywhere in the akasha. Once this Suryodaya happens, let's say even if it is covered by a megha, still you think that the sun's rays are spread across everywhere. Vyaptam. So atatam here refers to Surya Prakasha. So divi Surya atatam sarvatra vyaptam Surya Prakasham yatha chakshuhu pashyati. In the same manner, yoginam tanmayatmanam Tanmaya Atmanam, Vishnu Maya Atma Yesham Vidyate. For those yogis whose mind is completely enveloped by Vishnu, completely, Tesham Yoginam, Viveka Jnana Drishtam, Viveka Jnanat, Viveka Nitya Vastu Vivekena, Yat Jnanam Utpadyate, Tena Jnanena Drishtam Antaratmana. Using their Antaratma, they have this discriminative knowledge of understanding what is real and not real, and with their yogacha pratyaksham, they see Bhagavan as present inside their hridayakasha, dharakasha. That also is Vishnu paramam padam. That is, he is the antaryamitaya sarveshu bhuteshu vartate. Tatrapi Vishnu eva vartate, tadapi Vishnoho paramam padam eva. That is the ultimate sthanam of Vishnu. Sarvavyapitaya vartate iti cheta sarvatraiva vartate. But he is also saying, see, some people say that, I have seen Vishnu as present somewhere beyond all of this world. Tatra vartate vaikuntastu, it is beyond the Brahmanda. Aduvum Vishnu da. Iduvum Vishnu. Iduvum Vishnu nuடைய position. It's all the same. Perspective is different. No, it's like saying, this house, let's say even your house, this house is a place where we cook. It is a kitchen. It is also a kitchen. This is a place where I conduct my meetings. This is also an office. This is a place where I teach. This is also a school. So perspective matters. That's all. So divi iva chakshur atatam yoginam tanmayatmanam viveka jnana drishtam cha tad Vishnu paramam padam. Yasmin pratisthitaha bhaswan medhi bhutaha swayam dhruvaha dhruve cha sarva jyotimshi jyotishu ambhomuchaha dvija. He dvija maitreya, yasmin Vishnau bhaswan prakashayuktaha dhruvaha swayam medhi bhutaha tishtati pratishtitaha vartate. Dhruva is established well in this Vishnu's paramam sthanam as a medhi bhutaha, that is in the like an axis, that is he is the middle rod which does not move at all as things move around him. So he is like a pole star, that is he is like a pole, medhi bhutaha dhruvaha dhruve sarve jyotimshi vartante. Taking dhruva as the adhara, all of the other luminant objects, that is planets or nakshatras are all revolving around this pole star which is dhruva. Jyotishu ambho muchaha, having nakshatras as their guiding force. Ambho muchaha, megha, that is clouds are all moving around, having these nakshatras as their guidance. That is, the seasons are determined because of the nakshatras also, and based on that the clouds are also moving because of that. So megheshu sangata vrishtihi vrishtehe srishtescha poshanam apyayanam cha sarvesham devadinam mahamune. He mahamune, megheshu eva vrishtihi sangata. Rain depends on the clouds. Vrishtehe srishtehe poshanam. Because of vrishti, rain, srishtehe poshanam. The nurturing of creation happens if there is rain. If there is no rain, then there is only destruction of srishti. Apyayanam cha sarvesham devanam. Sarvesham devanam. There is an apyayanam, that is a growth of all of the devas because of this. So dhruva, and then surrounding dhruva there are nakshatras. Based on the nakshatras, megha, there is a movement of the clouds. Because of the movement of the clouds, there is rain. Rain is the basis for srishti, and because of the srishti poshanam, further the devas are all attaining growth because of the srishti. That is, the srishti gives a good a crop for the people, and the people can use that crop and they perform yagas. Because of the performance of the yagas, there is a growth for the devas. They're clear? Doubt irka? Okay.
மகோதயா, இதுல என்னோட புக்ல வந்து மேதி பூதகான்னு இருக்கு. மேடி பூதகா இடத்துல
மேதி பூதகா கிடையாது, மேடி தான். முன்னாடியே ஒரு தடவை வந்திருக்கு அந்த வேர்டு. துருவனோட டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் வர்றச்சே அந்த துருவன் கதை வந்தது இல்லையா, அந்த இடத்துலயே பார்த்தோம். அந்த ஒரு கரெக்ஷன் பண்ணிக்கோங்கன்னு சொன்னேன். மேடி பூதகா தான் இதுல எல்லாமும் இருக்கு, டிக்ஷனரிஸ்ல எல்லாமும் இருக்கு. மேதி பூதகானா பதம் வராது அப்படி. ஒரு மேதாங்கிற பதம் வந்து மேதாக, மேதஸ் சப்தமா வரணும். ஸோ கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் அது எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றது. அதான் பார்த்தேன். ஓகே. ததஸ்ச ஆஜ்யாஹுதி द्वारा पोषिताः ते हविर्भुजः वृष्टेः कारणतां यान्ति भूतानां स्थितये पुनः. This cycle of precipitation and again it goes up இல்லையா, அதுதானே சொல்றாருங்க. So ஆஜ்ய ஆஹுதி द्वारा, ஆஜ்ய ஆஹுதி, ஆஹுதி द्वारा they perform yagas. The people in this world perform yagas and they put in ahuti, that is havis, oblation. That havis is taken by Agni and given to the respective devatas. So because of the ahuti, ahuti dwara te havirbhujaha devaha, devas are called havirbhuk, one who enjoys the havis. Havihi bhunakti, one who eats that havis, that is their food for them. Otherwise they do not have food. Only if we perform yagas, the devas are going to get energized and they can give vrishti for us, rain for us. So te havirbhujaha poshitaha santaha, they become nurtured by the yaga performance that the people do. Vrishtehe karanatam yanti, they become the karanam for vrishti and bhutanam stitaye punaha, and for the sustenance of the different living beings also. They become the reason, the devas become the reason for rain and the sustenance of the bhutarashis in the world. evametat padam Vishnoho tritayam amalatmakam adharabhutam lokanam trayanam vrishti-karanam. So evam etat Vishnoho padam, this third position of Vishnu, which is amalatmakam, which is very pure, adharabhutam lokanam, it is the sustenance of the entire world. Lokanam, trayanam lokanam, for the three worlds, it is the substratum, adharabhutam, vrishti-karanam cha, it is also the reason for rain. Tataf prabhavati, now he moves on to Ganga, which also is as a connection here. Vrishti karanam ityuktam. Vrishte hetu tatra nadi smritihi vartate. Hence he says only from this third position, that is in this third Vishnu padam, Ganga happened. Gangayaha utpattihi tataha eva. Iti, the remaining shlokas explain Ganga here. Tataf prabhavati brahman sarvapapa hara sarit Ganga devanganangana anganam anulepana pinjara. He Brahman, Maitreya, sarva papahara, one who destroys all of the sins, everybody's sins, sarit, a nadi, Ganga, prabhavati, she flows, tataha prabhavati, Vishnu sthanat paramapadat prabhavati. Kasa, the Visheshanam for her is Deva Angana Anganam Anulepana Pinjara. She is a little Gauranga. She is a little white. Pinjara here also means yellowish in color. So she is a little yellow because of the Anulepanam. Anulepanam is anointment of Chandanam, etc. That the Devangana, Apsara Stris put on their body. So Devangana, Deva Angana, Apsarasaha. All of the Apsaras, Anganam, from their body, as they take a dip in Ganga in the Swargam, Satu Tripathaga, she flows in all three places. So Swarge api vartate, tadanantaram bhumo, tadanantaram patale api sa pravahati ityeva. So Devanganaha yada Gangayam snanam kurvanti tesham angeshu anulepanam tu tatra anulepanasya visarjanam bhavati. So it completely gets removed, prakshalanam bhavati. And that anulepanam or the chandanam, angaragam, any makeup that they are wearing, that makeup is all washed away in Ganga. And so that comes, that is why Ganga is very yellowish in color or more whitish in color. So Devangana Anganam Anulepana Pinjara Ganga Tataha Prabhavati. She flows from this position. Vamapadam Buja Angushta Nakhasroto Vinirgatam Vishnur Bibhartiyam Bhaktya Shirasa Aharnisham Dhruvaha. Vishnoho Vamapada Ambuja Angushta Nakha Sroto Vinirgatam. Ganga has come from Vinirgata. She has come about as a flow, Srotaha. Her flow has come from the Nakham, from the nail of the big toe, Angushta, of his left leg. Vishnoho Vamapada Ambujam, of his lotus feet, only from the left lotus feet, from the big toe, Nakha, from the nail of his big toe, Sroto Rupena Sa Vinirgata. She has come from his toe there. Yam Bhaktya Dhruvaha Shirasa Aharnisham Vahati Bibharti. Dhruva holds Ganga on his head day and night. That is Prokshanam Karoti Athava Dhruvasya Shirasi Eva Sa Patati. So he bears it with his head. Dhruva bears Ganga with his head with great devotion day in and day out. Tataha Saptarishayaha. So initially it started from Vishnu's Padam. Then Dhruva has her on his head. Tataha, after that, Saptarishayaha Yasyaha Pranayama Parayanaha Tishtanti Vichi Malabhihi Uhyamana Jataha Jale. Yasyaha Jale, Yasyaha Tataha, after that, Yasyaha Gangayaha Jale, in the waters of Ganga, Saptarishayaha Tishtanti, the 7 rishis stand there. How are they? There are two adjectives for the Saptarishi. They are pranayama parayanaha. They are involved in doing pranayama continuously. Vichi malabhihi, yasyaha vichi malabhihi, uhyamana jataha. Their Uhyamana is their hair is being moved here and there by the jata. Their matted hair is being matted locks are being moved by the waters of the waves that come in Ganga. So Vichi Malabihi and the Alayinuடைய வரிசைகள்னால தாங்கப்பட்ட ஜடைகள். So or அலசப்பட்ட ஜடைகள்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம். So they're constantly taking a bath in Ganga and they're doing meditation there also. So their jata matted hair is being continuously moved by the waves of Ganga. Vari oghaihi santataihi yasyah plavitam shashimandalam bhuyo adhikataram kantim vahati etadaha kshaye. Next she sinks or she just cleans up Shashi. She cleans up the Chandramandalam also. Santataihi varya oghaihi vari oghaihi vari samuhaihi yasyaha vari samuhaihi Gangayaha jalasamuhena santatam tatra pravahanti vartate Ganga. So tasyaha jalasamuhena, as she is flowing constantly because of the heavy flow of her water, that it completely goes and submerges the Shashi Mandalam, Chandra Mandalam, Plavitam Shashi Mandalam. So it is being washed. Bhuyo Adhikataram Kantim. Kavyama irukku. So the Shashi Mandalam, the Chandra Mandalam, Ahakshaye, when the day is gone, during night, the moon seems even more bright. Bhuyaha adhikataram kantim vahati. It has a kanti or a light which is even more because it has been washed away by Ganga, the flow of Ganga. Next, after Shashimandalam, it goes to Meru Prishtham. Meru Prishthe patatyuchaihi nishkranta Shashimandalat. Shashimandalat, from the Shashimandalam, Chandramandalam, Nishkranta, she comes out and Meru Prishthe uchaihi patati. She falls on top of Meru. Appa Meru should be Tadrisha Pavanatvam Meroho Vartate. Meru itself is Pavanam. Ganga becomes more pavanam because it has fallen on Meru. Shaktamalya. Jagataf pavanarthaya chaturdisham prayati. She from Meru mountain, she flows on 4 directions. Adadu, imagine when she flows on top, when she comes and hits on the top, naturally there will be 4 different tributaries. Illana ore side la abade vazhikinde side la vilunda. If she falls on the slopes of a mountain, then she can just flow in one flow. If she falls on top, uchaihi patati chet tatra chaturbhedaha bhavati. So chaturdisham jagataha pavanarthaya, in order to purify the entire world, she flows in all 4 directions. Sita cha alakananda cha chakshuhu bhadra cha samsthita. She is called by 4 names here. One is Sita, next is Alakananda, the other is Chakshu, the 4th one is Bhadra. Iti cha samsthita. Her name is like this. Eka eva chaturbheda. She is established, she is only one, but she has 4 bhedas, differences, and she is established or known, prasiddha. Sita, Alakananda, Chakshuhu, Bhadra iti samsthita. So she is known in these names. Digbheda gati lakshana. There is also a difference in the direction of the flow and the nature of the flow. Gati. Digbheda gati bhedena lakshita. So each one of those 4 rivers are different in their form and in their direction. Bhedam cha alakanandakhyam yasyaha sharvopi dakshinam dadhara shirasa pritya varshanam adhikam shatam. Shiva carried Alakananda on his head. Alakanandakyam Bhedam. The tributary called Alakananda. Sharvaha Dakshinam. Dakshinam, beautiful. Dakshina also means clever. Dakshina means beautiful. Vamam, Shubham, iti. Sharvaha, Parameshwaraha. Shirasa Pritya, out of affection, he bore, he had Alakananda on his head for hundreds of years. Varshanam Adhikam, Shatam Adhikam. For more than 100 years, he was having Ganga on his head. Because for 100 years, Bhagirath had to do tapas, and then only he could bring Ganga to the Bhumi. Shambhoho Jata Kalapat cha Vinishkranta Asthi Sharkaraha Plavayitva Divam Ninye Ya Papan Sagaratmajan. Shambhoho Jata Kalapat. From Shambhu's matted hair, Vinishkranta, she came Asti Sharkaraha. That is, she was completely pulverized into Sharkara. Sharkara is like not only sugar, Sharkara also means in the jellying role, yeah, gravel. She became like gravel. Asti, bones, or Sharkara, gravel. If you pulverize bones into gravel, that is the format with which she came out, it seems. That is, she was so thin. Her flow became very less. That she was very thin in her flow at that point of time. Even then, Plavayitva Divam, after completely submerging the Swargam, Ninye Papan, sorry, Plavayitva Sagaratmajan Papan Ya Plavayitva Tan Divam Ninye. After having submerged the ashes of Sagara's children, who were all papishtaha, who had done sins, right, by stealing the horse and tying it in Kapila's ashrama. So Kapila Maharishi made them into ashes. So those sinners, Sagara's children, she took them to Divam, took them to Swarga by completely submerging their ashes with her waters. Shambhoho Jata Kalapat cha Vinishkranta Asthi Sharkaraha Plavayitva Divam Ninye Ya Papana Sagaratmaja. Snatasya Salile Yasyaha Sadyaf Papam Pranashyati. Apurva Punya Praptischa Sadyo Maitreya Jayate. Phalashruti. He Maitreya, Yasyaha Salile Snatasya, one who takes a bath in her waters. Sadhyaha Papam Pranashyati, immediately his Papam is gone, destroyed. Apurva Punya Praptihi. He also gets a Punyam, which is Apurvam, which cannot be described at all. Tadrisha Punya Praptihi cha Sadhyaha Jayate. Immediately it happens for him. He gains Punyam also. Dattaf Pitrubhyaha Yatra Apaha Tanayehi Shraddhayanvitaihi Samashatam Prayachanti Triptim Maitreya Durlabha. Hey Maitreya, those people who Shraddhayanvitaihi Tanayehi, who have great devotion, who are filled with devotion, Shraddhaya Anvitaha, and they offer Apaha, tilam and water, sesame seeds and water, if they offer to their Pitru, to their ancestors in Ganga. Yatra yasyam Gangayam tatra tilatarpanadikam pitrubhyaha ye dadati, those children with devotion, if they give, then Durlabham Triptim Samashatam Prayachanti, they give a great satisfaction to their ancestors for hundreds of years. A satisfaction which is very difficult to attain. That's why they say, even if you are not able to do Sharabdham, you go to Gaya and do it. At least that sort of a tripti is they have attained. Yasyam Ishtva Maha Yajnahi Yajnesham Purushottamam Dvija Bhupaha Param Siddhim Avapuhu Divicha Ihacha. Those kings, Bhupaha, He Dvija, Bhupaha, those kings who have performed many yagas, Maha Yajnahi, they have pleased Purushottama, Vishnu, who is the Ishvara of Yaga, like Yajnavaraha Murti. Sayeva Yajnasya Ishaha Bhavati Vishnu. Tam Ishtva, they have pleased him by performing Mahayagas. Then they will attain a great success. Param Siddhim Avapuhu, they will attain a great success both here ihacha asyam bhumyam divicha swargecha param siddhim anubhavanti te nripaha. Snanad vidhuta papascha yajjalaihi yatayaha tatha keshava asakta manasaha praptaha nirvanam uttamam. So she's the palashruti for each one of those categories, no? So keshava asakta manasaha yatayaha, those yatis, yogis whose mind is completely asakta, involved in Keshava Bhagavan. Yajjalaihi, because of the waters of Ganga. Snanat, when they take a bath there, vidhuta papaha jalaihi, because of the waters of Ganga, their papam is completely destroyed. Uttamam nirvanam praptaha, they attain a great moksham also, because their atma is completely parinamitam tatha. Tarihi Ganga, இப்ப நம்ம போய் பண்ணோம்னா நமக்கும் வந்து மோட்சம் அடையுமான்னு கேட்க முடியாது. Their mind at that point of time is paripakvam, hence when they go and take a bath in Ganga, they attain nirvanam moksha. Shruta abhilashita drishta sprishta pita avagahita ya pavayati bhutani kirtita cha dine dine. Dine dine, every day, if we think about Shruta, if we listen about Ganga, Abhilashita, if we desire, we think about Ganga and say, one day I want to go to the banks of Ganga and take a dip. Drishta, if we see her. Sprishta, if we just touch her. Pita, if we drink the waters of Ganga. Avagahita, if you take a snanam. Kirtita, if you talk highly, praise her, praise Ganga, do a stotram, Ganga stotram ityadikam yadi vayam kurmaha, tari bhutani pavayati. She completely purifies the living beings who do either of these. Sarvamna, either or vechikalam. Ganga gangeti yair nama yojananam shateshvapi sthitair uchcharitam hanti papam janmatraya arjitam. The papam that you have accumulated for 3 janmas, hanti, it will be destroyed if you stand far off. Yojananam shateshu api, hundreds of yojanas away from Ganga, you are just saying the name Ganga, Ganga, iti yaihi nama uchcharitam. Yojananam shateshu sthitaihi yaihi uchcharitam. If they stand hundreds of yojanas far away and still they say the name of Ganga, Janmatraya arjitam papam hanti. She destroys the papam that we have accumulated for 3 janmas. Yataha sa pavanaya alam, yataha sa pavanaya alam trayanam jagatam-api samudbhuta param tattu tridiyam bhagavat padam. Because she has come from, or because Ganga, who is enough to purify the entire world, all 3 worlds, Trayanam Jagatam Pavanaya Alam. Alam iti chet atra samartharte upayuktam. Samartha, she is capable of purifying all 3 worlds. And she has come from Tat Tasmat Karanadeva Tritiyam. If she has to be enough to purify all 3 worlds, then she has to come from a place which is even more pure. Yeah. So she has come from the Tridiyam Bhagavat Padam, from the 3rd place of Vishnu's Paramam Padam, the ultimate position. She has come from there because she has to have the capability of purifying all 3 worlds. Okay. Iti Shri Vishnu Mahapurane Dvitiyamshe Ashtamaha Adhyayaha. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vacham tato jayam udirayet.
அந்த 110 ஸ்லோகம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதுல வினிஷ்பிராந்த ஸ்திதி அஸ்தி சர்க்கரான்னு இருக்கு இல்லையா, will it apply to the papadyan, because sarkara dvitiya bahuvachanam should be ஸ்ரீலிங்கம் அஸ்தி சர்க்கராகனா அவளுக்கும் போலாம் இல்லையா?
அவளுக்கு போகாது, சர்க்கரான்னு வரணுமே.
சர்க்கரா ஸ்ரீலிங்கம் இல்லையா?
அது இருந்துட்டு போட்டோம். சர்க்கரா அஸ்தி அஸ்தி இதி சர்க்கரா வரணுமோ இல்லையோ? வினிஷ்கிராந்தः அஸ்தி சர்க்கரः ஏஷாம் தே அஸ்தி சர்க்கரான், அப்படிதான் வரணும். பகுவிரீகி எப்படி நீங்க பண்றீள்?
ஓகே 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 ஓகே.
என்ன ஸ்திரீலிங்க பதமா இருந்தாலும் நீங்க அதை புல்லிங்கமா மாத்தணுமா இல்லையா?
இல்ல ஐ தாட் வினிஷ்கிராந்தா தனியா எடுத்து அஸ்தி சர்க்கராகான்னு தனியா
சரி அஸ்தி அப்படியே இருக்கட்டுமே. அஸ்தி சர்க்கராக எடுத்துட்டாலும் உங்களுக்கு வந்து அஸ்தி சர்க்கரான் பாபான் சாகராத்மஜான் வரணும் அங்க.
ஓ ஓகே.
இல்லன்னா வராது. ஏன் இப்ப ஸ்ரீதர சுவாமி அப்படியே போட்டிருக்காரு இல்லையே?
இவர் வந்து அஸ்தி சூர்ணானின்னு போட்டிருக்காரு.
அதான் அப்போ அஸ்தி சூர்ணானி சா எத்தனாவது 110 இல்லையா?
110.
அஸ்தி சர்க்கரான் இருக்கணும், சர்க்கராக இருக்கக்கூடாது.
அப்ப சர்க்கரான் அது என்ன தட் ஷுட் மேக் மோர் சென்ஸ். ஏன்னா இவாளோட அஸ்தி சர்க்கரா இருக்குது, கங்காக்கு அஸ்தி சர்க்கரா எப்படி இருக்க முடியும்?
ஏன் இருக்காது? ஏன் கங்கைக்கு
ஜலம் தானே, அதுக்கு அஸ்தி சர்க்கரா எப்படி இருக்க முடியும்?
சர்க்கரான பொடி பொடியும் ஆகிறது.
அஸ்தி போன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்க முடியும் கங்காக்கு?
கங்காக்கு போன்ஸ் இருக்க முடியுமான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல.
இவாதானே இது பஸ்மம் ஆயிட்டா இந்த சகர புத்திராகா தானே.
இல்லன்னா இப்படி எடுத்துக்கணும். ஓகே ஓகே. சோ சம்போஹோ ஜடா கலாபாத் வினிஷ்கிராந்தா சம்பு கமிங் அவுட் ஆஃப் சம்பூஸ் ஜடா கலாபம் அஸ்தி சர்க்கராக பிளாவயித்வா அப்படி எடுக்கிறேன் இல்லையா? ஓகே. சோ அந்த எலும்பினுடைய பொடிகளை முழுகடித்து, அதாவது சகரர்களினுடைய எலும்புகளினுடைய சர்க்கராக பொடிகளை பிளாவயித்வா, having completely submerged the pulverized bones of the Sagaratmaja, she then takes them to அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல வந்து வெறும் சர்க்கரான்னு எடுத்துட்டு அவளுக்கு அட்ஜெக்டிவா எடுத்துக்கூடாது. You just take it as the pieces of the bones.
Okay.
Okay, then fine. Yes. Okay. நான் இப்படி எடுத்துட்டேன், அதை விட இது பெட்டர், நல்லா இருக்கு. ஓகே. எனி அதர்? லக்ஷ்மி யூ ஹேட்
எனக்கு அந்த எக்ஸாம் क्वेश्चंस எல்லாம் இருக்கு, அது
வரேன். யா லக்ஷ்மி என்ன டவுட் சொல்லுங்க.
இல்ல டவுட் இல்ல. அது நீங்க அந்த இது ஸ்லோகா 95 அந்த தர்ம த்ருவாத்யாஸ்தி அந்த பஞ்ச இது நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்தீல, சோ அது வந்து நீங்க வாட்ஸ்அப்ல அனுப்பிச்சா
அது if you search for it you should be able to get it. சாலோக்கியம், சாமீப்யம், சாரூப்யம், சார்ஷ்டி, சாயுஜ்யம், அந்த 5 நான் பாக்குறேன். கிடைச்சதுன்னா I'll see if I can find definitions of it.
இல்ல ஜஸ்ட் அந்த 5 வேர்ட்ஸ் மாத்திரம் எழுதி வெச்சுக்கலாம்னு அதுக்கு தான்.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. No problem. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.